Tell me a little bit more about Japan. You said that you wanted to go there because the culture is so unique. It's so different. When you first arrived, what were some of the biggest differences that you found in Japan?
The food, for sure, it's a big change. A lot of soups, a lot of liquids, a lot of herbs, sauce, different stuff, and raw stuff. The people, they are very. You probably you think, oh, Japan, the technology, they are very outside of the box and stuff. But no, they are very like conservative in this way. Some jeans I could not get in because of the tattoos, so I
Oh,
had to wear I had long shirt, and I had to work out with a long shirt. I even showed it at my Instagram. Otherwise, I could not get in the gym. What else? Um, they are very shy to talk about sex. It's like kind of a taboo. They when they drink, they become another person in a good way. They're never. It's like you're never gonna see an aggressive people in Japan. So even your mood, it's affected because when you look around and you see people peace, polite. If you be aggressive, you're gonna feel so bad for that, because people are not like that. You're gonna feel a monster, even if someone don't tell you. So it was very important, and I could see the power of the environment. When you are in the right environment, it's important because you're gonna get the right behaviors, and it can makes you go to another level, and it can makes you smarter, aware. Like this is very important. That's how I felt in Japan. They are so disciplined about everything. So you can get this discipline from Japanese, and you can put in your life, you can put in your work, you can put in your lifestyle. So that's why Japan for me it's one of the most interesting countries in the world.
wow, yeah. You kind of assimilate to the environment that you're in. And if you're in an environment that's very disciplined and orderly and polite, then you're going to take on those traits, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, yeah, yeah. Japan is kind of known for that. They're known as like a very polite people. You said that when they drink, that they change personalities. Is that because they are like less concerned about like, well, yeah, why is that? Like, how do they change?
Yeah, exactly. They are less concerned about what the people are gonna think about them. They are less. They care less about the judgments, and they become more funny. They become more like smiling, and they do some crazy stuff. It's very very nice.
And I guess everybody is like that when they drink, kind of. But maybe the difference is just more extreme from how they normally act.
Well, Brazilian when we drink, we want to take off the clothes, so it's very dangerous. Like if I drink, I want to get in, go on the table, stand up on the table, do a strip tease, and stuff. That's why I don't drink. I don't drink.
Is there what's the drinking culture like in Japan?
Sake, they drink a lot of beers, uh, and then also they go to karaoke's. Another thing very interesting in Japan is they don't drink in public. It's like even the bars and the restaurants, it's a little bit more hidden. And then they have the karaoke's, which is even more hidden. And then they can drink even more. you know, and the clubs, horribles. Like the clubs, it's horrible, horrible, horrible. You're gonna see like 98% of men and 2% of girls. So it's very interesting because the girls they are more girly, more reserved, like more conservative. Like the dating culture is very slow, even slower than Sweden. Because in Sweden, I was in Sweden now. Interview Swedish people. It was very very interesting. Also, why they use dating apps, but yeah, in Japan everything it's like the anime. It's a very true what you see in the anime. It's very true. The romance, the shyness takes a while to touch the hand. For kiss, woo, sometimes it's month. It's of course there are some exceptions, but yeah, it's like that. Which I think is cute.
Yeah, it's their own culture, right? It's how they do life. Was there anything about Japanese culture that was hard for you to adapt there during your time being in Japan?
Yes, sometimes they are very like this. They could not change. Sometimes I say, no, please. It just like one because in Brazil, if you get late for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, okay, we're gonna find out. No, you go in the next one. No, it's okay. I give you discount. No, it's okay. In Brazil, everybody helps each other in a way that makes the flow. But in Japan now, 1 cent, 1 cent. If you don't have, you don't go. No credit
Mm.
card, cash. No, 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 no. Go withdraw money and come back. So they are very strict in some things, but I respect. I don't have the right to be sad because I am in them country. I have this rule for me. I can be sad, I can be angry, but I don't have the right. So every time when I think about that, I come back to myself. I breathe, and then I say, okay. Sometimes I even accept to lose money. It's okay. It's not my country. I'm here. They didn't bring me here. I came here by myself, so I have to accept the rules.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it, I think. Sometimes I see people in other countries. I mean, it depends on the person, their personality, but sometimes people have a feeling of entitlement. Like the
Yeah.
world should change for me because I'm used to something else. And you can try that, but you won't change the country. You won't change the culture. You'll just have a bad attitude. That's it. That's all it'll do.